Music is the inner or universal language of God. I do not know French or German or Italian, but if music is played, immediately the heart of the music enters into my heart, or my heart enters into the music. At that time, we don't need outer communication. The inner communion of the heart is enough. My heart is communing with the heart of the music, and in our communion, we become inseparably one. In the spiritual world, next to meditation is music, the breath of music. Meditation is silence, energizing and fulfilling. Silence is the eloquent expression of the inexpressible. Aldous Huxley says, after silence, that which comes nearest to expressing the inexpressible is music. Silence is the source of everything. It is the source of music, and it is music itself. Silence is the deepest, most satisfying music of the Supreme. Silence is like a stream that goes to one place and becomes a river, or to another place and becomes a brook, or to the sea where it is totally expanded. Silence is the nest, and music is the bird. The bird leaves the nest early in the morning and returns to the nest in the evening. Similarly, in the spiritual world, divine music comes from the inmost soul of silence. Soulful music is the music that wants to eventually transform our consciousness. It carries us into the universal consciousness and makes us feel that we are in tune with the highest, with the deepest, with the farthest. It also makes us feel that God Himself is the supreme musician. A soulful sound gives immediate joy and immediate self-expansion. This self-expansion is not egocentric. It is something divine, something supreme, something universal. A soulful sound is like music that is produced for all. With it the I goes away. In soulful sound there is no I. It is all we. Other sounds are produced by the individual for the individual, but a soulful sound is produced by the universal in us, by the eternal in us, by the absolute in us. The soulful sound is of eternity and for infinity and immortality. This is how we distinguish the soulful sound from other sounds. Other sounds have their originality in individuality, but soulful sounds have their originality in universality. Soulful music immediately awakens and inspires our hearts because it embodies the Absolute Supreme. Soulful music is the light that wants to express itself in a divine way. Even as darkness wants to manifest its authority on earth, light also wants to manifest its reality and divinity in a specific way. Light is the soul of everything. Light is the soul of music. Light is the soul of love, and light is the soul of all art. When light divinely manifests itself in the form of music, it is the music of a soul. Music means self-expansion and oneness. The self expands through music. The self that expands is not the individual self, but the unlimited self. Music is the expansion of unlimited reality. We can use music to help us in our spiritual life, provided we know that music and the spiritual life are like twin brothers. We cannot separate them. How can we separate two fingers, two eyes? They sit side by side. If one eye is not functioning well, then we will feel that our vision is imperfect. Similarly, music and the spiritual life must go together. One complements the other. Music helps the spiritual seeker to go deep within, to get the utmost satisfaction from life, from truth, from reality. The spiritual life, in turn, helps music to offer its capacity and its strength, which is the soul's light to the world at large. When we listen to soulful music, or when we ourselves play soulful music, immediately our inner existence climbs up high, higher, highest. It climbs up and enters into something beyond. This beyond is constantly trying to help us, guide us, mold us, and shape us into our true transcendental image, our true divinity. When we hear soulful music, or when we play a soulful piece of music, we feel a kind of inner thrill in our entire existence, from the soles of our feet to the crown of our head. A river is flowing through us, a river of consciousness, and this consciousness is all the time illumined.